Imperfect Moms Club. Whoop. Um, anyway.
I'm in my guest room because I hurt myself on Friday, and this is the best bed for me because our bed in our room is higher, and I can't
Oh.
crawl up right now. So I'm gonna share. It'll just take 5 minutes. I got a story. I got drugs.
Yeah, drugs. Woo.
Um, ooh, I've never had muscle relaxants before, and
I've
they're
never had them
amazing.
before.
They're great. Like they make me really sleepy, so I haven't taken them yet, and I'll take them after the podcast because I didn't want to like
I really like,
fall asleep
excuse me,
on Lisa,
hello.
and she's like,
Good
"Can you wake
morning.
up?" So for school on Friday, we took the elementary students to a trampoline park. I've never been to a trampoline park, and we want to do something cool the last day of school, so we loaded all the kids up. We
Fun.
took them over, and it was epic. The kids are jumping, they're having fun, and then there's like a foam pit, and the only foam pit I've ever been in is like 6 feet deep or something. It's like really deep, and I've been in one of those before, and I was like, oh cool, it's a foam pit. And so what? And I have to tell you what I was wearing because it makes the story even better. So I wore jeans with like 4 tutus, and I looked like a walking loofah, and I loved it. Like I like walked a little bit on the trampoline part, and my skirt was like it was
Oh my
so
god, that's awesome.
pretty. And so at one point all the kids kind of like went off in another area, and it was just me and the other teachers, and I'm like, let's go, and I was the only one who took off. And so I ran towards the foam pit, like full running. I jumped as hard as I
Man.
could. I had both knees up because I was doing like
You
a
really went all
cannonball
out.
thing, and I had put oh, I'm because I will like we're having fun. Where no one here is gonna be boring.
Mhm.
We're gonna have fun here, and let's all let our hair down and have fun. I put my finger over my nose like I was going into water, and I put my hand up like I was doing a cannonball, and I'm pretty sure I yelled cannonball, and I jumped, and that's when I realized I made a horrible mistake because the pit was only 3 feet
Ouch.
deep and not
Oh no.
6 feet deep, and my knees
Oh my gosh.
smacked the bottom, and immediate pain. Like, and I couldn't move at first. I couldn't say ouch. I couldn't yell. I couldn't do anything. I was just like down in the pit, and everyone thought I was joking. So they're like, "Yay,
People always think
Brittany,
you're joking.
woo!"
Like, you always have
And
to, like, whenever there's something happens, like, I passed out one time, and, like, my friend was like, Lisa. And then she was like, Lisa. Everyone, anyway.
oh, stop turning purple, Lisa. Knock it off. There she goes again. She has to be the center of attention. Yes. And so then like all I could do was like put my hand up and like with a finger like 1 minute. That's the only thing I could do. And then one of the other teachers like dove in to save
Oh.
me. It was so dramatic. And and like so my I heard my entire back crack, just like it was insane. And I can move all my limbs and everything like that. And then I got to the point where I could like sit up, and I like laid back in the pit, and I couldn't even talk. I
Oh
could just like
no.
barely whisper. And I was trying so hard not to pass out and not to throw up at the same time. It was the
Oh
weirdest feeling.
man.
I've never had both of those, because I was like, first of all, I know I'm in a foam pit, and they haven't cleaned this thing in 10 years, and it's disgusting in here. I'm not
Yeah.
about to throw up too, because that's gross. Also, I don't want to pass out because the teenager at the front desk is going to have to get me out of
Oh
here, and that's
no.
embarrassing. And I can hear the other teachers talking because my husband had taken the high school kids to an escape room.
Oh
They're like, how far away is the escape room? We need to call Mike. And I'm like,
my
no,
god.
don't call Mike. It's fine. Anyway, I eventually got out of the pit. One of the teachers ran me to like one of those
Mhm.
walking clinic things. Oh, I had to go to 2 walking clinics because the first one didn't
That's
take
so
my
stupid.
insurance.
Like, hello, my back
I'm
is
like,
broken. Like,
yeah,
can you please?
I know. I like huddle up to the desk, and I tell her what happened, and I like slap my ID and my card down, and she's like, "Oh, well, I'll tell you right
That's
now,
so
we don't take that
stupid.
insurance." And I'm like,
They should at least, like, talk to you
Okay.
about, like, self-pay options. Because some people, if there's, like, an emergency, like, what if they can't go to another place? Or, what if they're like,
Yeah.
it was here, like, I'm gonna die, so I guess I'm just gonna die." Anyway.
So, anyway, I'm fine. I have my medication. I've been I've spent all day yesterday in bed. I've spent most of today in bed, and I should be good because I'm doing like one more event on Tuesday that involves children, and I'm like, I need to be okay for this
Yeah.
event. I need to be okay.
Well,
But
I hope
yeah,
you feel better. Like, you told me about it when like, the day it happened. I remember you sent me some videos, and I was like, "Oh my god," like, I
I I'm like, I'm glad none of the kids were around because I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
like scare them. But I was like so mad that I only got one jump in because I paid to go. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I had an outfit and everything, and I would have like jumped the whole 2 hours. And I'm the one who wanted to have fun. All the other teachers are kind of
Man.
like there. And I'm like, really?
Ain't that some
Really?
shit? Like, we turned 30, and then, like, after that, it's like, just like, we're just trying to have fun, we're just trying to be fun parents, we're just trying to, like, be all in, you know what I mean? Like, we just wanna be all in. And then, we
Hmm.
go and hurt ourselves a lot. It's not fair, it's not
Yeah.
fair. Like, we should get, like, different body like younger bodies when it's time to, like, have fun, and then, like, we
Hmm.
can, like, slither back into our old, like, breakable after.
Yeah, because like on the inside, I still feel like a teenager. Like I want to
Yeah.
go and have fun. I want to be silly. I want to climb trees. I want to
Yeah.
jump off things. But my body is like, nah, you girl, you're in your 30s. And I'm like, but
I tell
why?
everyone, like, I still feel like I'm 17 sometimes, like, and then all of a sudden I remember that I'm, like, gonna be 32 and I have 2 children, and I'm like, "What? How
Hmm.
how is that allowed?
What happened?
How is this allowed?"
Well, so speaking of being young, like teenagers texting all the time. Well, we still text and we still use emojis. And Lisa found an article
I
that
did.
says what your favorite emoji says about you
As a parent, yeah.
as a parent. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm gonna pull it up here. So I'm gonna run through these, and then, after I'm done, we can, discuss what we are and stuff. So I thought that could be fun. Okay, so, that straight on laughing face with the tears. So that means if you use that the most, that means you're good natured and a self proclaimed hot mess.
Hmm.
And you'll forget the kids' lunch, but you'll always be the "I feel you, girl." So you'll always be there to, like, commiserate. Um, it's a symbol of harmlessness, so it's not really indicative of, like, humor. In the article,
Right.
actually, it was like their humor that died in the '90s, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm still funny." Anyway, and this parent doesn't want to offend. They're like, "Haha, I'm good natured. Like, we're just having fun. Like, I'm harmless." Yeah. They may be basic, but they're the friends that'll have your back. So that
Hmm.
sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
And then next we have the one that's cocked to the side with the tears, laughing harder. And the article says this is the edgier younger sister of the first one. And so it's crying and rolling on the floor laughing. And they're very satisfied with their own jokes when they use that emoji a lot. They're like, "Oh my god, I'm so funny." I've had those moments before, but I definitely think I'm more the first one. And
Mhm.
then we have the poop emoji. So if you use the poop emoji a lot, you have a big family, probably some pets, and there are frequent poop references in your house. Your disgust tolerance is through the roof, and you don't bat an eye when, like, gross things happen. You're more likely to hand someone a lukewarm beer than ask them about their promotion at work. So
Mhm.
you're the party house. Like, anything goes. Like, you're just like, yeah, whatever. Like, well, let's just have fun, and poop. Yeah, poop's funny. Ha.
I
Anyway,
feel like if you come from a big family, then the opportunity to witness gross things is like increased. And so
Yep.
yeah, you kind of have to be okay with like if you're a guy, you have sisters talking about their periods, or you have a little baby brother who just had an explosive diaper. Like it just there's more opportunity, and so you're just not as phased
Yeah,
by it.
yeah, that's true. And then this person will be your accomplice for petty crime with their wild-eyed kids in tow. With their wild-eyed kids in tow. And then we have the smiley face with the hearts. So, like, it's just smiley face, but it has like the three hearts.
Yeah.
So this one's called the Susie Sunshine. Oh, I forgot to name what these were. So the first one was the self-deprecating millennial. And then the cock to the side laughing face was the marginally cooler millennial. And then the poop one was just the potty humor parent. Okay, so then the smiley face with the hearts is the Susie Sunshine. And she'll be first in line with handmade teacher appreciation gifts and heartfelt birthday cards. I'm the heartfelt birthday cards. I'm not crafty, so like I'm not gonna
Hmm.
make something. Sorry, Brittany, I know you're a teacher, but I probably won't make anything for your appreciation. I'll send you like a gift card or like a I don't know, like I'll write you a really thoughtful card and make you cry, but like I can't make stuff.
You're not gonna like knit me a sweater for
No,
Christmas.
sorry to say. Now that we say that, I probably will knit you a sweater with the smiley face with the hearts emoji on it, just because it's gonna take me like 50 years. So wait on that. And then so this person will have snacks for her kids and then extras for those kids that don't have snacks. She's happy-go-lucky, full of energy on the surface, but if you treat her badly, she can morph into a mopey. It says mopey martyr. I was gonna say Moby Molly because their daughter's name is Molly, and it just okay. And then the Mopey Martyr, that brings us to the next one, which is the Sacrificial Parent, and this one is a smiley face with one tear, so like she's smiling but she's crying.
Yeah.
So this one is so she's trying hard to see the glass is half full. She blinks away tears as her child says, "No, you can't come to class with me." She likes scrapbooking, and while she's looking back through pictures to pick books for her scrapbook, she'll start crying. She enjoys being around others. So basically, this person is the Eeyore to everyone else's Tigger. Like all Eeyores need Tiggers, kind of thing. Winnie the Pooh reference, yay! All right, so next we have the kiss face with the heart. So they're blowing a kiss, but it's a heart. And this is the love bug parent with questionable boundaries.
Mm.
So this mom calls everyone honey and sweetie. She always wants one more hug. She's often the first to coo over a child with a scraped knee or a friend whose divorce has turned messy. She will flit around, never landing on one place for too long. She's scattered, but she's enthusiastic. And she's a light in the world, even if they hug too often and for too long. So yeah, you still, even though they can be a little too clingy, you still want them around because they're light.
Hmm.
Okay, then we have the painting nails one. And this one is the relentlessly put together parent. So she's got the
Not
Louis
me.
Vuitton. Yeah, not me. She's got the Louis Vuitton, the shiny white sneakers, even on a field trip to the farm. Tight schedules, detailed cars. This is a parent you can count on, though. So, like, if there's a PTA meeting that's going awry and whatever, she'll just whip people into shape. And you really need to get on this mom's good side. Don't get on her bad side. So the next one is the wide eyeballs, like the two eyeballs.
Oh yeah.
And that one is the parent who loves gossip. So if you're ever at a party and you're bored, find this parent because
Hmm.
they'll always be in a corner somewhere dishing out some tea. Her eyebrow is permanently raised. She knows about everyone in the neighborhood and knows everything about them. And if you tell them a secret, it may come out later because it can keep a lid
Yes.
on it. So just be wary if you choose to divulge all your secrets, which is kind of tricky for me because the way my brain works is I overshare like a lot. So like when I meet someone, I'm like, here's my life story. So if I ever meet,
Hmm.
one of these loves gossip moms, it's just gonna be blasted all over. Like I'll be on like I don't know the neighborhood newsletter or something. Can you believe what Lisa did? Anyway, Um,
She'll be in a little corner at the next barbecue, and you'll hear your name come up, and everyone will like turn and look at you, and you're
I'll
like,
be like, and I'll be like, what? Like they had it coming. I don't know what you said, but I mean, I'm sure it was justified. The next one is one that I use actually quite a bit. The eye roll face. I use the eye roll face
my
a
husband
lot.
uses that with me. I'll like text him something, and he's like it's funny. It's funny.
Oh my god,
Lighten
I'm
up.
always using this one, but it's the judgy one. So, so the article says, I quote, likely a writer with a chip on her shoulder and a keen, if unrealistic, standard for how others should behave, end quote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
She's
that's what that's
snarky and she can veer into annoying and paranoid. And you never know what they're thinking behind that careful expression. So they have this carefully practiced expression on their face, but you never know what's going on in there. Which,
Mm-hmm.
so it's true. Like you never know what's going on in my head, but I'm trying. Like I recognize that, and I'm trying to be more open. That was the point of this podcast. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is my brain. Let's open it and like take a peek. But yeah, no, I'm definitely the eye roll face. I use the eye roll face, I think the most out of all of these, so
Mm-hmm.
far. And then I'll send the kissy face with the heart, but I'll send that to Paul. Like I don't send that to my kids or anything. Well, they're too young
Yeah.
to know what texting is, but I still probably wouldn't. So after that we have the straight mouth swirly eyes one, which I've never used.
Like if you're super confused, maybe that's why I use that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd never even seen it, and then I saw it on the article, and I was like, oh. So then I like went into my phone, and I was like, oh, that there it is. But I've never used it. But this is the too busy parent. So often a parent of multiples, juggling many things. They're the biggest hustlers you'll ever meet, even though their hair might be a mess. So they do carpool and work deadlines and taking care of their partner. They're basically the mom that does it all. They're breathless, but they exude power and possibility, and they sometimes need to be forced to sit down and relax.
Mm-hmm.
So because they won't otherwise. And then we get to, this is also me. I mean I use this a lot, but I don't know if this is me. But the thumb, just one thumb up emoji.
Yeah.
So this is the brusque and slightly terrifying parent. So this parent has no time for your bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
They're not necessarily unkind, but they're inscrutable and efficient. So they basically just like get to the point, like blah blah.
Yes.
Yeah. They they usher their children in a row like the Von Trapp family, with that little whistle,
Yeah.
And they inspire a faint yet healthy sense of fear in everyone they meet. Um, and they wear pantsuits with sneakers, and they have a taser in their purse. So
Oh, I love that.
always ready, ready for anything. And they keep it quick and to the point. So like like I said, like
Yes.
Okay, so
I
this.
get
Oh,
so many of those because I'm very long-winded, and when I'm asking someone for a favor, I'll be like, "Okay, so you don't have to say yes if you don't want to. I
oh, I
promise we'll
do
still be
that. Yeah, I
friends."
do that
Blah.
too.
And then I'm like, blah 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 blah, and at the end, I give them again more permission to say no if they want to say no, and then they just give me a mm-hmm,
Yeah, my
thumbs up, and I'm like, "Do you hate me? I'm sorry."
oh my god, that's me. So Paul and I all the time, like we're always talking about how I use like way too many words to say things, and I'm like, no, but I'm framing it. I'm framing the situation so you
Yes.
get like full context. And he's like, Lisa, what is your question? Like, come on. And I'm like, but I have to give you the backstory. I mean,
Yes, you need to understand where I'm coming from. So this one time when I was 4, my mom put grapes in my lunchbox, okay? And that has to do with today because
So then so there's two more. So the this one is the alien face, which I've never used either. But this is the parent who has had it. So this
Mhm.
parent needs a vacation. This emoji is a peek into a grim landscape that is full of too many pressures and juice boxes. That was a quote from the from the article. So this person, she's got road rage, and she has an urge to throw something at her partner all the time when their back is turned. So their anger has transcended rage and even the profane rage emoji, and it's just alien, like just that's it.
Mhm.
And you need to tell this person to drop the kids off and run to the nearest Holiday Inn or something and just take the night off.
Go get a massage.
Just go be you. Go right now before you kill something or someone.
Yes. Just take a break. Take a break.
Yep. And then the last one is the eggplant. And the article literally all it said was the dad.
That's all they.
It was like no explanation. If you use the eggplant emoji, you're the dad.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think dads. Maybe not just husbands, but like dads can turn anything into some sort of innuendo for something else.
yep.
Like I'll be literally like anything. Like, oh, we gotta grab some more crayons for the kids. They're running low. I'll get you some crayons.
I
I'm like,
do that though. Like, okay, so now Mike is me and not Paul because I do that all the time.
of it, like he'll just the most weirdest thing. I gotta go fold the laundry. I'll go fold your laundry. I'm like, I don't understand. What are you saying to
Oh
me?
my god, that's
He
amazing.
doesn't even know.
That's so funny. Yeah, I make everything. I have my moments where like everything is an innuendo, but even like when I'm aware that it couldn't possibly be an innuendo, like I'll
Yeah,
still say it in that voice. And then like
yeah.
everybody is like, Lisa, no. And I'm like, but I mean, maybe.
If you really think about it, right?
Oh man.
So I use the emoji. It's like I thought it was sweat. I didn't think it was a tear. Now I'm realizing it was a tear. The smiling one with like one tear coming out of its
Yeah,
eye.
yeah, that's the one we oh the okay, so I think you're talking about the one where it's like the teeth showing smile.
Yeah,
Okay, because the
and
one
it
in the
has like
article
one
is
little.
just the line smile with the tear.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because yeah, the one I use most of the time is that one because I thought it. But anyway, it might not be. I think it's sweat because you're like nervous and you're like, oh my goodness, I just messed up, but I can like still laugh
Yeah,
at
I think
myself.
that's what that is actually. It's funny
Okay, good.
ever since you mentioned or you used that emoji a long time ago in like one of your texts to me, and since then I use that all the time because I'm like this is
Yeah,
perfect because I fuck up all the time and it's funny and like I just want to
yeah. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. Like when I dove into the pit, when Mike found out, he was like mad at me. He was mad that I got hurt. He wasn't like mad at me. He was like,
yeah.
I can't believe you hurt yourself. Like I'm because he doesn't want to see me hurt. And he's like, you weren't thinking. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was just having fun. And like now he's like, you didn't check the depth of the pit. Like, excuse me, sir. I'm like, hey, hold on, students. Let me get my measuring
Oh my
tape out.
god.
And oh, this yes, this is the right percentage of depth for my body weight. I'm not doing that. But now like I can laugh at it, but then I can also learn from it
Mhm.
because my kids are begging me to take them back to the pit and I will go back to that spot and see like this is where it happened. This is the very spot. Now I know.
You'll erect
Be
like a
careful.
monument, like a little monument, like R.I.P. my back.
Like a plaque.
Yeah.
I'll like make my own plaque out of vinyl and I'll like iron it on to like the spot
Oh my
and like
god.
they'll be like,
Yeah, and then
ma'am,
nobody can take it off. I like that.
ma'am, what are you I'm defacing the property.
It's funny though. Like it's